Hear music, pre-show, pre-show. Pre-show world with rhymes what me tell music, pre-show world the thing that's it's music. Pre-show appear to pictures for wait you while time good have and relax. Can you so music pre-show the is this long play in music pre-show strong play in music pre-show the is this music pre-show hear music pre-show pre-show world with rhymes what me tell music pre-show world the in thing best the it's music pre-show appear to pictures for wait you while time good have and relax. Can you so music pre-show the is this long play in music pre-show strong play in music pre-show the is this music show pre. Well, hello and good morning and welcome to the beginning of the stranger probably than usual and somewhat unexpected by me 24-hour video game live stream for an event I have been promoting as Summer Insanity. How insane things get is largely gonna be in the last handful of hours, although I think you could probably count on some weirdness, even more so than usual, before that time. Anyway, I'm gonna get things going. I need a little warm-up game, and so I'm gonna start with Habroxia 2. Something that's helpful at the beginning of these marathons is to have like a game that doesn't require a lot of brain power, but also requires a good amount of engagement. So simplistic, kind of action-y type stuff, just to get my brain awake a little bit. I've played this game some already, so this is a previous save. Let's see. Doesn't look like I've done this level. Wait, what is this? Is that a level? Oh, I have. And it looks like I've done the bounties, done the astronaut, okay, and done the boss. Okay, so I could do this level, which I've not done. 3B, the dungeon, prospecting labor camps tidally locked to a gas giant. Or 3A, orbital pipeline, a crude helium-3 refueling station. That sounds maybe tidally locked to a gas giant. I don't know, this sounds just a slightly bit more mild. Oh! Oh my gosh. Oh, I forgot how to work these controls. What does the bomb? That does not do the bomb. Does that do the bomb? No. How about this? This. There's the bomb. Okay. Oh my gosh. Ah! What is that sound? A doot-doot. That sounds like I'm about to die. Where's my health? Is that the blue line on the top left? I think it is. Okay. Oh, get to the bottom of the screen. Oh boy. Oh man, I think that's my first credit. I really need to be trying to rack up more of those. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Man. Was that like the ready, set, here's the level? I think that's what that sound meant. Okay. Ah. Nice. Okay. Oh my gosh, bomb! No, I don't have any bombs. Oh my gosh, and I just turbo boosted myself into the rock. Nice. Ah! Got it! Wonder if bombs clear like the energy blasts. Like the bullets in the air. Man, doing this at summertime, and normally I do the 24-hour, you know, the annual charity marathon, in the fall. And it's just a different time of year, so it's not usually light out when I start, so that's different. And then also just the weather is warmer, and so it's just a little bit warmer in the house. But I don't dare have the fan on more than just to stir up the air a little bit, otherwise I'll get blowing in the microphone, and so things might get kind of hot at some point. Oof, can't believe I made it through there. This must be the boss. Bomb! Bomb again. Nope, no bomb again. Good, great. Oh. All right. Let's have a little bit of donut to make me feel better. This is a Circle K donut. I went to Circle K to get a Pepsi to start the day. I usually just do the Quick Trip donut. I had a Quick Trip donut yesterday or the day before because the power went out. And we couldn't do anything in our house, so we all drove out and looked for treats at gas stations. I'm hoping the power won't go out during the live stream. One reason that the power can go out is if it gets really hot. That can kind of mess with the systems. And it was getting up there yesterday, or actually that was the day before. So, hopefully it won't be another super hot one today. This does make me feel a little better. I'll finish that later. I did definitely load up on snacks. You can't see them here, but it's a little more reserved than my charity live stream snack supply. Not a lot more reserved, but just a little bit more reserved. It's funny, you know, this is landing, for those who watch this later, this is landing at, oh my gosh, right in the middle of the summer game news cycle, what would normally be E3, but there's no E3 this year. But there is, like, the big Xbox Bethesda conference tomorrow, which I will sleep through and then watch after I wake up. But I'm actually kind of looking forward to that a little bit. I like, after these marathons, to have a nice, relaxing recovery day after sleeping in until sometimes early afternoon. And then I'll usually binge some TV show or, you know, have a movie or something to watch. And so it's kind of neat having that waiting for me. I'll look forward to watching that. Oh my gosh! I don't know, man. Oh my gosh. Oh, I should have bought upgrades. I should have bought upgrades, dang it. Then I might have a better chance at this level. Come on, give me some of those sweet credits. These guys are not dropping credits like I'd really like. Oof. Oh my gosh. It's kind of bonkers. Great. I can't believe I'm making it through that. Oof! Oh man, they gave that to me. Ooh. Oh, I can't get that credit up there! Ugh. Come on. Oof! Oh my gosh. I'm out of a shot. Oh my gosh, he's dropping all this health. Oh, and I got the credit. This run's going a lot better. Oh crap. Man, I don't know how to work my weapons. There's one. Didn't do much. Boy. Man, I'm barely getting any hits on this guy. Is that his health up in the middle there? Oh my gosh, that is. I'm barely touching him. Did I beat him? What is happening? Oh, crap! Phase 2. Oh, this is bad. Oh my gosh. Oh! Jeez! Oh my gosh! Oh, crap! Ugh. Oh my gosh, is it possible? Oh, I might have this guy. I got him! Wow, cannot believe it. Wow. Alright, I definitely want to upgrade before trying another level. I got 500 credits. I always like more health. I always like more health. Looks like I've already upgraded that a few times. Fire rate... only upgraded twice so far. Maybe... You know, it's gonna cost 500 to upgrade my fire rate again, but only 400 to do health. Let's do health again. 400 credits, yes. Great. Great. Confirm, right? Didn't I... Oh yeah, I did it. Okay, great. Okay. View the new journal entry. Sure. I got to see Space Station Hermes with my own eyes. It's kind of remarkable, really. Dad used to tell me these crazy stories about its construction and the shadowy organizations and criminal enterprises that run in and out of it, but it's another thing to take it all in myself. I ducked into a bar to get a drink, and an older guy walked up to me. I honestly thought he was a creep, but he recognized Dad's flight badge on my jacket, and it turns out they fought in the same unit during the Nebula crisis. His name's Dyson, and he runs an outfitter on the lower levels of Hermes. After a few more rounds, he brought me to his hangar, and it was insane. He offered to hook me up in return for some credits if I need some modifications to the old bird. Alright, cool. Oh wait. Is 3 the new entry? Maybe 2 was the last one I looked at. I finally reached the outskirts of the alien system. It's a foreboding place. I cooled the engines as soon as I could, and I figured that would mask me for a while, but it wasn't so. I stumbled upon what appears to be a mining operation. Yeah, I think that's where I just was. Right? No? I'm not sure. Not unlike what you'd see in our asteroid belt, except whatever's going on here was far more heavily protected. Still, we're on the very edges of their territory, and reinforcements were nowhere to be found. I wonder if they even managed to get word out as to my arrival. My telemetry is solid. I remain connected to all the emergency frequencies, and I'm not entirely sure they know I'm here yet. Alright, well, let's finish this donut and do another level. Yeah. That's working for me. Alright. I think I'd prefer a lateral move over entering a more difficult level. Oh, wait a minute. I guess I haven't properly done all I can in this one. Save an astronaut and one bounty. I don't know. No, I don't care. Let's do this. 2 bosses in this one? Man, I knew I was right to wait. Alright, well, let's give it a shot. I wonder if it's got, like, 2 different possible paths. Not that you have to fight 2 bosses to finish the level. But there's a branching path somewhere. Man, I thought I'd get a credit for that one. Oh! Oh my gosh. I feel like compared to the first one, there's a lot more bullets flying, and so it's harder to avoid them, but they do... An individual bullet is less devastating to you. And I think I prefer that. So that people like me that aren't really good at games, for the most part, can get through it, but there's still a challenge there for the really skilled player who's like, I don't want to get touched by anything, you know? What is that? Are those bombs? What are they counting down to? They must be... Oh, dang it! Ran right into the other one. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Ugh. Just need a break. Hey, Craig, thanks for jumping in the chat. Craig says, hey, Peter, you good? Oh my gosh. Always frustrating watching you eat donuts. I'm sorry, the donut's gone now. The donut's gone. I can try to give you a warning before I start getting any of my donut sticks. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, let's try one more time. This one just requires so much focus. But it's not a game or even a type of game that I would play in long stretches. But I do like it in shorter bursts now and then. It reminds me a bit of the Symphony of the Night philosophy of gameplay, where it is an action-y game, but you can grind... Oh, that was the bounty! But you can grind for XP to offset that difficulty. I really enjoyed the first one. Oof, my gosh. I think I like the controls in the second one better already. I'm still very early in. Oh, it didn't blow up that dude or the bombs. What are those? Is that my... Oh, it's probably that. Right? Is that what that does? Must be, because I'm alive. I wasn't sure if I was gonna, like, be invincible during that. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Check. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure my sync was relatively on. Oh my gosh, I'm definitely not going to make it through this level. But maybe I can pick up some credits before I die, that'd be nice. Oh my gosh, I don't have another bomb. Oh, I'm at a boss already. Gerd. Oh, they're just tinging off of him. Oh, there. Oh my gosh, I'm just whittling this guy little by little. And I am almost dead already. That's alright. Oh, there I go. Crap. Alright, let's go to the shop. 185. I can't really buy anything. Oh, pickup magnets. So that would be useful when there's like a pickup like there was in the last level, where it was just a little bit out of reach. I was like, I don't really need pickup magnets, but if they spawn just a little bit out of where you can fly, that I can see that being helpful. But not right now. All right, let's do something else. I think I know what I want to do.
Liberate tutte me. Liberate. Liberate tutte me. Liberate tutte me.
All right. Good morning, Gabriel. Thanks for jumping in the chat. I'm going to do some Kingdoms of Amalur re-reckoning if it will let me load it. We'll see how that actually plays out. I feel like there's a bug that involves this game crashing before you can even load it, like at your attempt to load it. Let's see if it triggers here. And I feel like that bug has only gotten worse. There it is. It's only become more frequent. I've reported it I don't know how many times. I'll just try again. So, I don't know what's going on. Why that hasn't been fixed yet. There we go. Man, I've had to do that sometimes like 3 times in a row before it'll load for me. Enough that there have been plenty of times where like, no, I'm playing something else. Alright, so currently, I am in the most recent expansion, which is called Fatesworn. And it does add this new area, but it also adds elements to the regular world, which are these portals, these chaos portals, and you are trying to go through these to get some materials that can only be found through closing these portals, and then you use that to make your weapons effective against this new breed of enemy that has a special kind of defense. So it's really, I mean, it's not a mechanic I'm thrilled with, but I understand why they used it, because they want this to be playable and to be able to control the challenge to some degree, no matter how much you have tricked out your dude and over-leveled him. I mean, the game's been out for so long, they're certainly the most passionate fans have super OP max level guys already. And so how can they do anything that's going to make a challenge without making it grossly challenging for those that aren't, as built up in OP? And I think it's because you create a new currency, a new currency and a new kind of element of danger that isn't super dependent on your level. Oh, that didn't, oh, there it is. I was like, is that not going to go off? Usually they go off when I'm not as close as that, even. Alright. Well, there's a lot of those things. Oh! Oh! Man! Alright, he needs the big deal. Power! There we go. What is this? Nah. Nope. Okay. It's been a while since I played this one. I can't even remember what my basic objective is. I think that maybe I think I respect my character so that I would be able to see these portals, on the world map. And then I think maybe I was looking at, like, areas of my... Well, you can't see it now because I'm in a dungeon, but, like, areas of my local map that I hadn't filled out yet. This is to play Fatesworn, you do have to have finished the main campaign. You don't have to have finished the other expansions. This is one expansion continent, and then this down here is the other. Oh yeah, Teeth of Naros, and what's this one called? Oh, it doesn't say it on the map, but like the Legend of Dead Kel, I think. So I don't think I was on a particular quest here in this cave. I think it was just a dungeon I hadn't explored yet, and so I wanted to check it off my list. I might, during this live stream, do some serious dungeon box checking in The Elder Scrolls Oblivion, which shares some developers in common with this game. I think maybe... I don't know if it was the dungeon level designer that was in common. I don't know. There's definitely some people in common. Nice. Craig asks, did you do an Eldrast build for this character? Yes, I did. Let me find my... Oh, I guess you can't see with my hood on, but I mean, like, yeah, I designed him to look like Eldrast as much as I could, but, like, in this world, Eldrast marvels at his own physique. And how, just by nature of being in this world, he is, like, ripped. He is not old and decrepit. He is running around, and he is muscular. They don't give you options to play, like, a scrawny, ancient old dude. And I think in terms of combat, too, he might be more powerful in this game than he's been in any other. But I mean, that's by nature of just the game itself. Plenty of people will tell you, even if there's other elements of the game that fall short for them, that the combat is just a huge selling point. The primary selling point in some people's minds for this game. And it is a lot of fun. They do have some role-playing mechanics like charisma, persuasion, that kind of thing, but they don't factor into the moment-to-moment experience near as much as the combat-related ones. So combat and loot is, I think, those are going to be the main things you're going to get from this experience. And man, as I'm recording this, there's still plenty of summer left for game news announcements to be made, and I would really love for one of those announcements to be that a sequel is coming for Kingdoms of Amalur. THQ Nordic bought this, and as they've done with a lot of the intellectual properties they've purchased, they have created some kind of new content based on the original, but not a full-blown sequel. They first re-released it, did like an up-res, upgraded version for current consoles, or at the time, current PS4 and Xbox One, and then released an expansion, a full expansion for it that was entirely new material in Fatesworn. And I can't help but think that they're testing the waters to see if there's enough interest in this game, this property, to make another one. And I would love to see a sequel to this. I think I would go in the sequel with a less colorful and a more not realistic. What do you mean? What does that mean? A more muted and less colorful aesthetic. This has the look of a bit of an MMO, and in part that's, I think, because during development there was a time where it was being developed as an MMO. What the heck? Is that somewhere from above that I can drop down? What is that drop down icon telling me? It's saying there's a drop down point right here, but it must be above me. So, okay, I gotta go back. But yeah, I could do with a little less color, a little more detail in the textures. Oh, what the crap? What do we have here? Okay, well, let's just do this the easy way. Yes, power! Ever since the Mad Max video game, where bullet time was such a big deal. I mean, I said Mad Max. Max Payne. Max Payne. Ever since the Max Payne, I was telling Holly the other day that when I edit my podcast, and I'll try to come back after this rabbit trail, I think every time I edit my podcast, I notice at least one time where I substitute one word for another. Good gravy. Max Payne. In those PS2 days, they weren't always giving you control of the camera, but in Max Payne, they did, and you also had bullet time, and so it was quite the novelty in the middle of an action sequence where you're doing slow motion to pan the camera around you all Matrix-like and taking the action that way. And I still like to do that now and then, especially if the game isn't demanding in the moment that I be focusing intently on button presses. If they give me like a slow-mo type moment. Okay, it looks like I've been in this whole dungeon. I looked at. I think I just didn't take everything that was there. So yeah, it looks like I've been in this. I've explored this whole dungeon now. So there wasn't a boss or something, it doesn't look like. And I went through the water to the other side, checked all that out. I think I'm good here, unless some quest brings me back, so... Maybe I'll go out and, let's do a Chaos Portal. I need to remind myself of the mechanics of the expansion here. I need to figure out what the carrot on the stick is for me. I have to remind myself of that in games when I've been away from them for a while, and I want to kind of get back into them. The only way they're really going to get their hooks into me again is if I get the carrot dangling in front of me again. By that I mean, for example, I started playing a little bit of Elder Scrolls Oblivion a few days ago. And in order to really get invested in the game and be interested and excited about playing it again, I needed to remember, what's my goal right now? Not just a quest goal. Quest goals aren't enough for me. What's my character progression goal? What's the next skill I'm trying to get? What's the dream of what I want to be and become and achieve and conquer in this world? And what are the step-by-step path, benchmarks to getting there? And once I was like, okay, yeah, so I want to do this, and in order to do this, first I need to build this skill. But to build this skill, I need to go and grind to get this kind of component so that I can exercise my alchemy skill and build levels that way. So I start seeing what the steps are, and then that's when it gets its hooks into me, and I feel that progression. So I need to remind myself of the mechanics here and how I progress through them. Looks like I've got some quest marked, but I'm not sure what that is. I should take a look. Let's see. Oops, wrong button. Oh, it's just a side quest. The Lost Squad sneak into Castle Ancilla. The refuse pipe of Castle Ancilla is a stinking labyrinth of wastes and rats. Unfortunately, it's the only way into the stronghold. I should retrace General Finn's escape route in the hopes I'll find his men. I almost said Flynn's, as in Tron. Hey, good morning, John Wilkerson. Thanks for jumping on the chat. Let's head toward this quest, and if there's a portal along the way, I'll divert and open the portal. Boy, I can already see one on my mini-map, so probably won't be too long. How are we doing on healing potions? We got, looks like plenty right now. Oh, you know what, though? Let's use a regeneration potion, because those aren't as immediate, and I don't need something as immediate right now. That'll do. Nice. Okay. Alright, I do like this game. Like the look of it. Oh man, I thought that deer, I thought its tail was its head when it was bending over like that. And I was like, what bizarre creature am I about to fight that I've never fought before? And then I was like, oh wait, that's the deer's butt. Never mind. I'm fine. Hey, Master of Magnetism. He says, are you going to see Jurassic World Dominion? I think I'll probably review that one at some point when it comes to Redbox. That's definitely not like a theatrical review for me. Those are few and far between these days. Is that a monster of some kind? Huh, I feel like that should be saying something or doing something. Hey. Oh, it's in the basket with the other Xbox games. I think that's where I left it. The one not under the TV, but on the other thing here. My son Titus, 11, he's not streaming today, but he has long wanted to attempt playing 24 hours of video games, like he's seen his dad do for as long as he can remember. And so when I told him that I'm doing kind of this extra one, this unexpected extra 24-hour live stream, he asked again if he could do it, and Holly and I talked about it and discussed some things, some concerns and stuff like that with him, and we're able to mitigate those, and so he's giving it a shot. And he's not streaming, but he is, like, I think, periodically recording himself, kind of vlogging the experience. So... Oh. Oh, it's just a wolf. We're okay. Oh. Yeah, I don't use that reckoning ability very often. I probably should. I didn't need it there for sure, but... So we'll see how he does. Yeah, I don't know. I think he's got youth on his side, but we don't allow him to drink caffeine yet, and so he doesn't have caffeine on his side. But then again, he also is a very light sleeper. He does not sleep as well as his brother or Holly. He's a light sleeper like I am. Oh, I must have gotten that one already. So at least the staying awake part, I don't know. Oh, I've got a ways to go. Is that just highlighting this one here? Okay, I'll just keep following this path. Maybe that's what it's taken me to. But back to your question about Jurassic World Dominion, I'm curious. I wanted them to get to the world overrun by dinosaurs with the very first Jurassic World. I thought, you're calling it Jurassic World, you've already had dinosaurs outside of the park and in civilization before. I mean, they did that in the second movie with the T-Rex. And then at the end of the third movie, when they're leaving the island, they see the pteranodons, or the flying whatever they are, pterodactyls. And it seemed like they were going to be able to roam around the world now, you know? And that would be the beginning of the world being overrun by dinosaurs, but it wasn't. They had Jurassic World where they were just trying to do another theme park again. So they finally are now in this last movie getting to the place where I wanted this whole reboot trilogy to start. So of the reboot movies, it is the one that I'm most kind of interested in as far as the premise. I don't think I found the dinosaurs scary in any of these reboot movies. And I found them genuinely scary, at least in the first one, and I think some in the third one, too. I've not been a real consistent fan of the Jurassic Park franchise. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. Okay, so we're gonna go south, it looks like. And then, oh yeah, we're gonna take that. Oh, dang. Chaos Rift, Chaos Portal. Okay, I think I have to, like, destroy the rifts and that'll open the portal, maybe? Anyway, let's just follow this road and take a left after we cross a little body of water there. Perhaps. But I see the returning cast, and I'm like, okay, this says to me, since they got, I think, all the main adults that are still living, they got them all back. And I'm like, okay, this smells to me like they sold everybody on the idea of this being the final one. So that has me even a little more curious about what they're going to do with it. And of course, I find it interesting that it'll in some way come full circle with those original characters. All right. I think there are times when I notice in this game, I notice its age a little bit in traversal. Like, part of me is a little bit surprised that they didn't bring horses into the world with one of their expansions. Because sometimes it can feel just a little bit too open for the amount of content you are running into per minute. You know, there was that period of open world game design where it was all about how big is the world, and then players and, you know, reviewers first, I think, started commenting, well, how big it is in square feet is not really the thing. The thing is, how much is there to do? And if you have smaller square footage, but more densely packed encounters and ways of interacting with the world, that's what's gonna, you know, really make it or break it. I missed my turn. Boy, I at some point might need to turn my ceiling fan on, and then I'll have to depend on chat to let me know if they hear blowing in the microphone. I was saying earlier that I don't usually do these 24-hour live streams in the summer, and it is warmer in my office in the summer. Normally I would crank the fan all day, but if I crank the fan, then you can hear blowing in the mic. Even with the pop filter that I'm using, I guess I could buy one of those fuzzy things to cover it with, and that would probably maybe do the trick. I should consider investing in a fuzzy thing. Alright, now I think I'm on track. Oh, look at all these guys! Let's just do this again. Those guys can be... I'd rather just wipe them out like that. They can be kind of a pain to... They're better at dodging my attacks and stuff. So I kind of just have an indie moment. I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this. Gaboosh! Oh, but I could have used my... Dang it, I could have used my Reckoning ability. Alright, next swarm of bandits, I'll use my Reckoning ability. Let's see here. Gabriel Simpson says, I'm looking forward to the new Jurassic World movie. Probably take my mom. She took me to the first Jurassic Park. Oh, okay, cool. So I have taken her to every Jurassic World. Oh, nice. That's cool, man. Yeah, I remember well when I saw the first Jurassic Park. We were on a family vacation driving up north to visit family in Montana, as we used to do every other summer after moving to Arizona. And it was not... I mean, my parents were elementary school music teachers. You know, we were not rolling in dough growing up. And they were very choosy with their money. I think that I inherited that kind of frugality from them, which I really appreciate. But it wasn't often that we all went as a family to the theater. So that alone was a big deal. But also it being on the summer vacation in some other city, in some theater that wasn't familiar to us. I mean, there's all... And then the movie itself, all of it really worked together to create something I really remember. And then my dad, you know, my parents being musicians and being tuned into music, I think immediately after that, while we were still on the road, went into a store and bought the Jurassic Park soundtrack. And so there are parts of the score that in the right context will make me think of driving cross country in a car. Let's see here. I'll just take that. That's fine. Alright, so here's one of these rifts that I think I need to close. I think bad guys appear or something? I don't know. Let's refresh my memory and how this works. Oh, I gotta change my... Okay, hang on. I gotta change my weapon. I believe Oh, do I already have the Chaos Staff? Oh, I do. Okay. So this does, I believe, some chaos damage. There's a new type of like element of damage that some enemies have like these shields over them that before you can even start whittling down their health, you have to do a certain amount of chaos damage to whittle down like their chaos shields or whatever. All right, let's see. Yeah, see, they got the little purple bars above them. Oh my gosh. Oh, and these Niskaru and these guys. All right, can I just... They're not doing crazy damage to me, which is nice, but I need to take them off the board if I can. Oh, that one. See, this guy still had his shield, so... See, he still had some of that purple on him. Did I do... Oh, close it. Close it. There we go. Alright. No, don't want that. Okay. Let's see, do we have to close that one? Maybe. Okay, so there's the portal down there. It's funny, I don't know if the current team working on... you can't just jump down from anywhere, I forgot. It's not really an open world game. Pretty close. It's like a hybrid between the kind of openness in a Dragon Age game and true openness of a Bethesda game. It's really close. I tend to think of it as an open world game. But I mean, you know, with this mechanic, the reason I said that I don't know if any of the Oblivion devs are on the current team, or that's what I was getting at saying anyway, is because of this portal closing mechanic. It really reminds me of Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Alright, yes, I remember, and I haven't been thinking of it like I should, but let's, maybe here we could do that. Yeah, this is a good spot for a Reckoning mode. Oh, crap. Come on now. There we go. Come on! Yeah, 100%. Oh, there's still one standing over here, though. Oh no, he's dead. He just didn't know it yet. The game was still catching up. Okay. So I think the rift might be open now.
It was then that Issa brought forth the talisman of fate and entered the marsh. This craven arena, a place of life and death. The winds carried the songs of the dying. The mire sucked the bones of armies below the sea loam. And the mist shielded the eyes of your ancestors from the horror as the two armies clashed.
Alright. This has been... It's been weird. I've not felt the sense of anticipation and kind of nervousness about heading into this 24-hour live stream like I have in the past for the annual charity live stream. And I think in part it's because it took me off guard. I really started thinking the last month, I was like, it'll probably just end up being an 8-hour thing. I don't think we're going to unlock, certainly not the full 24 hours, you know. Just didn't look like that's where things were going. But then the numbers jumped up at the end there with subscribers of Patreon in particular. Took me off guard. And I didn't even have time to, like, build much anticipation for this, so... I feel like I'm just kind of going into it less prepared, and, I don't know, it might be kind of... It feels oddly more casual and relaxed somehow, because there wasn't as much of that anticipation and build-up to it. But I don't know if relaxed is what's going to help me stay awake for 24 hours. Let's see. Ooh. I like that minus 20% mana costs. But I don't think I like it as much as what I already have. Oh wait, there was other stuff there I might want though, like... Yeah, these things I want. Oh, but that I could put in junk. What are you doing, Pater? Come on, remember how to play this one? Alright. Let's see. Master of Magnetism says, I hope they make a Man of Steel 2 movie. Kind of tired of the Marvel shows and movies lately. Can't wait for Black Adam. Yeah, the Black Adam trailer. Yeah, I posted that somewhere on the forums and made a couple comments on it. I like what I'm seeing there. I mean, the subject matter is a bit darker because Black Adam is a anti-hero. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. Now's when I could use that Reckoning ability. Alright, can we take any of these guys off the board maybe by, oh, good gravy. Alright, let's see. Let's do this, and then this. I don't know how many shields I've taken down. Oh, 2 of these guys will go. Or was that all of them? Oh, so I must have gotten the shields off of all of them. Great. Okay. I don't need that. But in addition to Black Adam being an anti-hero, if you watch the trailer, I mean, you can tell me what you think after watching it, if you jump away and come back, or if you've already seen it. But the visual look reminds me of that somewhat. I don't want to say color muted. Maybe in terms of the brightness of colors, it doesn't have a lot of like primary color type stuff. It's very colorful. In fact, it's very saturated in its colors. But the colors chosen are kind of metallics, maybe a little bit of browns, and there's high contrast between the shadows and what's in the light. It just has a visual look that reminds me of Zack Snyder's DC movies. And so between those two factors, it being a more serious premise, who knows, trailers are lies. They either lie or show us too much. So, the jury's way out until we actually see it. But based on that trailer, the premise of the character and the visual look makes me think, I wonder if Zack Snyder's Justice League, the big 4-hour thing, kind of brought favor back to at least some of Zack Snyder's vision and tone. And I mean, I think those movies were ahead of their time. I think at the time they came out, people were really liking the Marvel vibe of kind of pseudo-serious and, jokey and popcorny, fun or whatever, quote-unquote fun. And I enjoyed a number of the Marvel movies myself. But I think especially since now they've been feeling even more leaning into that direction in many ways. And because so much time has passed, I feel like you're probably not alone in saying that, Master of Magnetism, where you say, I'm kind of tired of the Marvel shows and movies lately. So I can't help but wonder if audiences are ready now, at least more than they were at the time those DC Zack Snyder movies were coming out, for something that really tries to take itself and the material more seriously, and go for some real drama. And geez Louise, Black Adam's backstory, his origin, if you don't know it, it lends itself to drama. I mean, they even show just snippets of his backstory in the trailer, so they can choose to lean into that or not. I mean, we certainly had stuff like that in Marvel movies, where they would totally not lean into it and crack jokes in the wake of some horrible tragedy instead. I don't think Black Adam will go that direction, but that doesn't mean it's going to really lean into it the way I'd like. So we'll see. Let's just junk that, I think. All right, coming up on almost 1 hour down. 23 to go.